Hello. This is a meditation to help you find a little rest and some peace inside. So let's just begin by taking a few deep breaths. Not hugely effortful breaths, but just a little bit deeper than we might normally do. So beginning with a nice big inhale, breathing in, expanding your inner space. And then exhaling, breathing out, and releasing whatever doesn't need to be joining us at this time. And again, a nice big expansive breath in, really making space. And a nice easy letting go, relaxing into an exhale. And breathing in again, making a bigger space inside. And breathing out and sweeping out of that space anything that can be let go of right now. And just continuing to allow your breath to flow in and out as it naturally does. Expanding on the inhale. And dropping whatever you don't need to carry right now on the exhale. And inviting yourself to settle in for a few minutes of quiet. And as you settle in, you might notice there might be some activity inside that isn't quite ready for you to get quiet. See if that can be okay. We're inviting something that might not be coming right now. And that's pretty true of a lot of moments when you think about it. And can we just let that be? If you want to, can you just breathe in and out? Just hear the sounds and rest into that. Or you can follow me if it feels nice to do so on just a quick envisioning practice. You can see if it's useful to you. Breathing in and breathing out. Just sensing into the stillness that might be beginning to land. And in your mind's eye, beginning to notice that there's a body of water. Maybe it's at the center of your head. Maybe it's at the center of your heart. And just noticing and allowing it to expand and be however big it needs to be to represent the inner field of you. And just allowing it to materialize in your mind's eye in front of you, whatever way it shows up. And however it shows up, is exactly how it's supposed to be and how it is inside. And continuing to breathe. And maybe you envision on the surface of this body of water a few of the things that are hanging out in your mind. Maybe you see the meeting you just came from, or the one you're getting ready to go to, or a conversation you might be thinking about having. What do I want to say? What might they say if I say that? Or maybe it's something having to do with your body. Something that isn't exactly how we might want it to be. Something a little uncomfortable, a little difficult. Go ahead and place all of these things on the pond in front of you in your mind's eye. Whatever you're carrying, just let it land there on the surface of the pond and the surface of your mind. And maybe for some of us, that's getting to be a pretty cluttered body of water as we allow everything that's true to drop in and plop down on it. You can just notice that. And next, I invite you to see if you can open your heart and take in the totality of the pond with all of that stuff on it. Is it possible for you to open some care toward the things in your internal world exactly as they are? And let's just breathe for a couple of minutes with that inviting, not forcing, just inviting and opening. Inviting the heart to be with everything in the internal world exactly as it is. And as you do this, you may notice some sensation in the body. As you're noticing things exactly as they are, that there can be a sensation that responds. Maybe that's a sensation in the heart. Maybe it's in the belly, the abdomen. So for some of us, it may feel really good just to place a hand on the heart, offering soothing, offering comfort, inviting some equanimity in response to all that stuff on that pond. You can offer these words. Things are as they are. Even though the surface of my pond is very cluttered right now, and some things on the surface are causing discomfort right here, I can breathe a bigger space. Sometimes when I do this kind of meditation, I invite myself to breathe my heart bigger, to hold all of it, to hold everything as it is. Maybe I need a bigger heart. And I hold my heart and I breathe in and I breathe out. With things exactly as they are right now. And then you can experiment with letting your exhale clear a little space in the middle of that pond or body of water. Just inviting some of that stuff that's in your mind or on your heart to just move a little bit further out. Then we breathe in, expand inside, and then we breathe out into the center of that body of water, and we just invite those things to just make a little space. We're not telling them to go away. We don't do that here. But we can invite them to create a little space on our pond. Just inviting. I'm just asking, would it be possible for one or two of you to just move a little bit further out toward the edges? Not out of my conscious awareness. I know you're here and I care for you. But can we create some space? So on your next exhale, you can help by breathing into that space, inviting them to just float out, like little ducks on the surface of the water. And just notice how that feels as you continue to breathe in and out with a little more space on the surface of your pond. You can put your hand on your heart again if you like that. And maybe you can also make a little more space there too in your heart. Same idea, a nice inhale. Invite the expansion in here. And on an exhale, just inviting whatever's holding in there tight. Could you just bring in some space? We can have a little more air in here in the heart. We can have a little more clarity here on the surface of this water. And then together we can just rest, breathing in and breathing out. We can just stay here for a couple of minutes, enjoy the ease that maybe we've created, a little bit of space in the heart and on the pond in our mind. Just continuing that conscious breath. If one of the ducks on the surface of your pond starts to move back in, you can just say, oh, hello, and thank you. And just help it turn back to the side of the pond. And just rest back and breathe. And maybe in your mind's eye, you can notice some sunlight glistening on the top of the pond. Go ahead and take that in if you like. Maybe you can breathe that beautiful vision right into here, right into your heart. Exhaling as you drop a little deeper in. And inhaling as you keep inviting all the distractions to just move to the edges. And inhaling as you drop deeper in. Enjoying this beautiful place you've created. With every breath, you know you can begin again. In any moment, there's a new breath, and you can start anew. You're welcome to continue in this way, breathing in and breathing out, enjoying your breath, enjoying the clear surface of that pond. You might want to come back and do this daily, or even several times a day. It can be really helpful. So we'll keep this nice and short in case you do want to come back and do this a couple of times a day. Thank you for joining me. I'm Amanda Peacock. I'm an internal family systems and mindfulness coach. I work with people on stuff like this and finding their path in life and improving their relationships, both with themselves and with other people. If this was helpful to you, I invite you to subscribe, share it with somebody if you want. There'll be more coming. My best to you. Until soon.